Before you watch this video, I want you to know I put some really special tips at the end of this video. So be sure to watch until the end to get the real professional way to perform this trick. In the middle, I'll go over the basics. At the end, you get the real work. Boom! What's up, you guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to turn a $1 bill into something that smells a little bit better. Maybe like if I just fold it a few times into $100 bill. That's much better. I'm going to be teaching you how to do that in this video. Okay, so for this, you're going to need a $1 bill and some tape. I didn't bring the tape roll with me, so I got the little piece of tape I used for the video. And of course, you're going to need a $100 bill. Now, you don't have to use a $100 bill. You can use a $5 bill, a $20 bill, or if you don't have any of those, you can just use a piece of paper that you cut to be the shape of a $1 bill and then a $1 bill. So really, it only costs you $1 to do this trick if you're a little bit creative. I just like to use a $1 bill and a $100 bill. I'm sorry that you can't turn $1 into $100, otherwise everybody would do it. There is a trick to it. Okay, so first, let's start with the bigger bill, in this case, the 100, but for you, it could be a 5 or a 20, or like we talked about, even a $1 bill. So what you're gonna wanna do, oh, you know what? You could do this with a $2 bill. That'd be cool too. Anyway, we're gonna fold this bill, do a little bit of origami. Super simple. Turn it so it's face up, like this. Actually, you could do it face up or face down, but I prefer to do it while the face is up. Fold it perfectly in half. The best way to do this, you wanna line up the edges so that they're perfectly touching. Check both sides. It's good. And then keep it held down like this and pull your fingers back. That way you're getting a perfect crease. Sometimes if you fold it, it'll end up being off center. So I always hold it, come back, and crease. Then I take my fingernail and really crease it down. You want to get a nice crease in there. We're gonna do that for every single fold. Do it one more time. We're gonna fold it this way, okay? And what I'm aiming for is to get the $100 bill symbol nice on the back in one square. You'll see what I'm saying. So we fold it in half again, try to get it as perfect as you can. Obviously it gets harder and harder to get it perfect every time. Okay, that's good enough. Hold it, slide your fingers back, and press it with your fingernail. Cool. Last time. Now we're gonna fold it hamburger, well, that must be hot dog. Never learned that in school, believe it or not. So here we go, hot dog style, down. So now you have the 100 showing on the corner. That's the reason why I don't do this part of the bill, because then you're only gonna see a 0 or a 1. You wanna do it right here so you can see 100. Or a 20 or a 5, whatever you're using. Cool. Now don't worry about these edges too much because they're not gonna be seen. Take your $1 bill, fold it the exact same way. So over, over, try to get it as perfect as you can. This one I didn't do a very good job on. There we go. And fold it down one more time. Crisp bills always work better. Pro tip that I've never shared before. You can put a wet towel over a $1 bill and iron it, and it'll make it super crisp. Okay, so there, now we've got these two bills folded the exact same way. We're gonna unfold the one, but...
Stop. So I'm gonna come in.
Yeah.
Because you're getting that.
And do you wanna switch the camera angle too, or no?
Oh, so you want to come back up?
No, I was just asking.
No.
Okay, cool.
That's good, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so we've got the two bills folded up the exact same way. We're gonna unfold the smaller bill, so the 1. Leave the 100 folded. You take a piece of tape, do whatever this is called, make the little circle of tape. Doesn't have to be very much, a little bit will do it. And then you're going to put it on the back left top. So you flip the bill over, put it right here where it says 1 in the top left. Oop, get it to stick. There we go. Take this bill, the bigger bill, and try to line up the corner and the top of it. So it lines up along the edge. You don't want it to be too much peeking over the top, because then when I flip it over, here, let me give you an example. It's gonna look like this. And that's no good. So you want it to be right about there, so that when I show the front of the bill, you can't actually see it behind there. Okay, so now you have something that looks like this. A $100 bill folded up nice and evenly behind a $1 bill. Here's how you hide it. Press down with your thumb and take your fingers to cover the corner like this, okay? That way, you can't see the bill sticking out of the edges like you could from some angles. So from here, squish it down, press it, and angle it back. That looks really good. But how do you flip the bill over? Now, when you tape the $100 bill on the back of the $1 bill, or the 20 or the 5, you get what I'm saying. The bigger bill should always be with the flat ends, meaning the non-opened ends. You see how these are the open ends? The flat end of the bill, the one that's folded over, should go along the top and the side like this. Otherwise, it's not going to be able to unfold properly. So along the top and the side is where the fold should be. Along the bottom and this side, inside of the bill, should be where these are. So don't overthink it. More than likely, this is probably how you set it up anyway. I just want to explain that for you so don't get confused. Okay, so here's how you show the dollar bill on both sides. I'm going to press this down with my thumb and cover up the edge here, just in case you can see it out of the edge peeking out. I'm going to cover it like this, 2 fingers and 1 finger. Sometimes if you cover up too much, it looks really suspicious because you would never show somebody, hey, look at this. It's weird. So press down with my thumb, hold it from the edges, 2 fingers. The other hand should always look the same because if one hand looks like this, one hand looks like this, they know something's hiding on the side. So just like that, always mirror your hands. It's just a rule of magic. Cool, so I'm gonna show it on this side, and here's how you're gonna show the back. I'm gonna do it for you and then I'll explain it. Now that was a bad example because I didn't mirror my hands properly. Let's do it one more time. Now with this, what I'm doing is bringing my hand behind, so it's touching the bill behind where this bill is hidden and covering it up, and then I'm flipping it over. So from the front it looks like this. My 3 fingers touch and flip, mirror your hands. Cool, so now you've showed both sides of the bill. The fortunate thing about this is because the bills are kind of the same color, even if I spread my fingers a little bit, you can't tell, I would avoid that altogether, especially when using 100. The other thing to keep in mind is you can lift your pinky, show more of that bill. This looks a little bit less suspicious than doing it like this. Because why am I only showing the middle? So, cool. Then you flip it back around. Kind of the opposite move what you did earlier. This hand is going to go and push this side of the bill over as you flip. That way you don't see that as I flip it. So I fold this side over and flip. Cool. One more time, let me just show you. Here. 2 fingers, 2 fingers. Touch, flip, mirror, pinkies up. Bend it. Boom. Okay, so you show both sides of the bill. And don't tell them you're going to change it into 100. A cool thing with this is you want it to be unexpected. If they know what they're looking for, they'll look a little closer for there to be a trick. So I would just say, I think I could do something kind of cool. Watch this. Now all you do is fold the bill the way you did earlier. You're going to fold it in half, not showing the back, so it stays forward the whole time. I'm going to fold the bill in half, and I'm just folding along the creases I made earlier. Fold it in half again, and then fold it up. That's the tricky part, so just fold it up. Cool. Now there's 2 ways to do this. You can do the change on the fold. I've seen some people do it like this, so it changes right away visually into 100. But I like to do it a little bit easier. I just fold it up. And look, I grab from the back and the front, so I turn my hand like this. My fingers are in the back towards my face, like I can pick my nose, and I just blow. And I turn it. Super easy. If you don't like that, you can do it this way. Here we go. One more time. I'm not going to explain how to do that. Literally all I'm doing is folding the bill forward like this. It's not hard to figure out, but one more time for the way that I do it. There, it's 100. Unfolding it should be easy, but it's actually the hardest part of this whole trick. I want to make sure that I'm not sticking out from any of the edges here, okay? So you can see I'm sticking out a little bit on this side with the 1. Right now, they can't tell because it just looks like folded paper, so they don't know that they're seeing both a 100 and a 1. I'm going to fold down while making sure to cover this edge, because that's pretty suspicious. Like, why do you have another dollar bill back there? So I always make sure to put my fingers in there, like it's a mouth eating my fingers. My finger's already in there. I unfold it down, and then I'm just going to open it out so it comes this way and this way. There you go. So now you show both sides the way you did earlier. Come back around. And when I perform this trick, I normally don't change it back. I actually peel it off with my thumb, just like this, from the back. So I'll show you what I'm doing. I peel it off. and I hand the bill out, and now they can expect it, and I'm hiding this bill in my hand just like this in my fist. So when you peel the bill off, now you don't have to give the bill out. I mean, you could honestly just do it like this, and the trick right there. But the advanced way to hand the bill out is when you're peeling that tape off, listen to this. That makes a weird sound. Best way to cover that up is in this action. So as I pop the bill, I fold it, my thumb goes behind. As I pop it, I peel it off. That noise is covered, and now I just keep this one right here in my fist, and the same hand that holds the bill is the one that hands it out. It's less suspicious. I can come out empty-handed. They don't assume something's in this hand because it's holding a $100 bill. I hope you guys appreciate it. I'm going into all like real magic-y stuff here, like the real intense stuff. So you've unfolded the $100 bill. Sometimes the orientation, it depends on the way that you tape the bill to it. You should end up coming out in this position, showing it on both sides. And then, of course, with the last pop, just peel it off and hand out the bill. And boom, you have done it. You have made yourself an 100 air. 100 air? That's a thing. I'm sure it's a thing. So you turned a $1 bill into a $100 bill. We're going to go into a couple of subtleties that will help you improve this trick just a little bit more. So you guys have learned how to turn a $1 bill into a $100 bill or any other bill you have lying around the house. I want to give you a few tips so you can be real pros when performing this trick. Here's a couple things that I do. I always try to smell the bill. Might sound weird, but this is what we call a subtlety in magic. It's a psychological convincer. What do I mean by this? Well, I actually take my finger and I clip it like this behind like on the bottom of the $100 bill. So what I can do is fold the bill up as I sniff, and it makes people think in their mind that they saw both sides of the bill totally clean, especially if I don't make a big deal of it, like this. Now, you also want to spend more time showing the face of the bill than you show the back, because this looks suspicious. You don't want to be here for very long. You just want to do it for a quick second. So it's here, flip, and then come back. Most of the time should be spent showing the front of the bill. Now, last thing, here's a beginner's way. If you struggled with this trick, I'm going to show you an easier way to show both sides. Put both your hands flat like this, like a table, like a kind of like this shape, and put the bill on your hands like this. Put your thumbs on top. Now I'm naturally covering the bottom. Here's a super easy way to show both sides of the bill. I hold it here, I come up, and then I go back down. This is just a super easy way without having to do the whole turn, which I know some people are going to struggle with. It's just, now that we turn it into 100. Super easy. I hope that helped you guys if you were struggling with this, and I wanted to reward you for getting to the end. You just learned one of the craziest party tricks that you can show your friends now, turning a $1 bill into a $100 bill. So go blow some minds. But before you do, I need you to hit that subscribe button, click the like, and turn on the bell for notifications. We're working really hard to teach you magic, and I just ask in return, all you do is subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.